Award-winning News 6 has come from the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation and this public television station.
Hi, we're the 6th grade classes from Bellevue Schools, home of the Redmen. Welcome to News 6.
Today on News 6, we'll take a tour through Bellevue's past at the Bellevue Heritage Museum. We'll get a close-up view of the trains of yesteryear at a famous railroad museum, and we'll visit a restaurant that's known for its fine food and its remarkable history.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Nichols from Bellevue Schools. Welcome to News 6 with today's first story. Here's Jennifer Grimm.
The Bellevue Heritage Museum is only about a year old, but it has already captured the imagination and interest of Bellevue and News 6. Heather Lucas learned how.
Sherman tank.
Today's show is being produced by the 6th grade classes at Ellis and Lime Schools in Bellevue. The town is located about 42 miles southeast of Bowling Green. It was founded in 1851 and has a current population of 8,500.
Bellevue is known as having the second largest humping railroad yards in the U.S. The Mad River and the Nickel Plate Railroad Museum adds to the claim to fame and pays tribute to the railroad industry.
Some of us may have noticed a few changes in the railroad industry during our lives. News 6 was able to trace the entire history of trains at Bellevue's famous railroad museum.
Most of all the trains we have in our collection have gone through the northwestern Ohio area in their day. The Nickel Plate 105 passenger car went through Bellevue, Ohio about every other day. We have a railroad post office car. It also passed through this area. The freight trains that we have, nickel plate box cars, several cabooses we have are nickel plate, Norfolk Southern, those all passed through Bellevue at one time in their day.
How did you manage to get such a large collection of trains?
Each car in our collection has a story all of its own, how we acquired it. Our first car was the yellow caboose you see right behind me, and we asked for a donation from the Norfolk and Western Corporation. And several of our cars and our diesel locomotives have come from Norfolk and Western by asking them for a donation. Some we have purchased. We've bought our passenger equipment through Amtrak, one at a time, and by fundraisers and by donations. The most unique car in our collection is the Silver Dome. It was the very first dome car that was built in the United States. It was built originally as a coach, and then they decided it would be a great thing to go through the Northwest and go through the mountains and be up high and see the scenery. So they secretly redesigned this coach and built the dome on top of it.
How have trains changed throughout history?
Trains have changed in several different ways. Some of the few are the big thing, the steam engines are no longer. There are now high-powered diesel locomotives that pull the trains. The cabooses is the big change. They no longer put the cabooses on most of the trains anymore. The communications is entirely different. It started out with a telegraph system, and now they've gone to computers for communication.
What do you hope the museum will do for the community?
We hope to achieve 2 or 3 different aspects. For one, of course, it brings tourism to the city of Bellevue, and tourism itself is an industry. Also, we hope that we can educate everybody on the importance of railroads in the United States and principally in Ohio, so that we can have more railroads, even so much as more passenger trains. It's just a wonderful way to travel these days.
Eating in a restaurant is always fun, but it's even more fun when you're surrounded with history while you eat, as News 6 found out when we visited McLean's historical Irish Inn in Bellevue.
When News 6 walked into McLean's historical Irish Inn, we could instantly feel the history of the restaurant surround us. Nicole Haynes spoke with Casey McLean to learn more about this unique 109-year-old restaurant.
How is your family's history shown throughout the restaurant?
Nicole, you'll probably notice everywhere in the restaurant there's something that has to do with us and the generation of McLeans that have come through here in the last 109 years. For example, Nicole, if you'll see that the back bar, which was horse and buggied in here back in 1888 by my great-grandfather, the fans in the saloon room, all the artifacts on the wall have some special meaning that are family related, and throughout every corner of the restaurant there's something to represent something from the family and its attic.
What do you think is the most unique part of the restaurant?
I would say the Hunter fan system, which really is not the Hunter fan system, but it was bought in 1903 by the Hunter Fan Company. And they did, in 1985, they did an international study of our fan system, which is belt-driven, and found it to be the oldest existing in the world.
Why do you think the restaurant is so popular around this area?
Well, along with the atmosphere and everything else that it lends, I think number one is the food's good. And we give a good serving, and the people are well pleased with the way we present our meals. And my brother and I, Mark, are always here to make sure that things go right for you.
What are you most proud of about the restaurant?
Nicole, I think that would have to be the transition that has occurred over the last 15 years that my brother and I have operated the once saloon, which is now one of the most reputable restaurants in northern Ohio.
That's all for this week's show. Join us next time when News 6 travels to Green Springs, Ohio.
Production support for award-winning News 6 has come from the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation and this public television station.